authoritarian press is illegal?
Socialist press.
I think that the authoritarian press is considered misleading sometimes.
The authoritarian theory of press. It is the ultimate governance power and control for the media by the authorities and the elites. The media is censored or controlled by the government by putting restrictions for anyone who's applying to have a press license, and also putting restrictions for the people who have license to just press or post in one area. So the government is only trying to shedding the light on the bright side in the country. So it's a one direction theory. It's not about freedom of speech. It's always enhancing the bright side of the country rather than any national threats.
Independence.
Flexible.
Liberty.
The libertarian theory has some important features, such as that there is absolute freedom in the sense of who can access the media. This theory has been used by Finland, since they also have freedom of thought and expression, and there is no censorship of any kind, since the government does not own the media. There are also some strength in the libertarian theory, such as that the media can give true information without any control, and all individuals can express their opinions and thoughts in the media openly.
All works together to benefit the whole society.
Limited freedom.
It's all about cooperation.
So here we got the exact meaning of social responsibility theory. Unlimited freedom, which means that it allows free press. However, it should be discussed in public panel, and media should accept any obligation from public interference or professional self-regulation. So here we can detect that in this theory lies between authoritarian and libertarian theory. Some countries apply this theory, like Japan, Germany.
Controlled.
Permissive.
National interest.
So apart from the videos that you guys have watched concerning what people think the communist media or the Soviet media theory is about, let's try and reach a consensus about this media press together. In order to understand this theory, I'll have to take you guys through a short journey back to the 1900s when Joseph Stalin and Lenin were the Soviet Union leaders. And so this theory is mainly concerned with Karl Marx's theory of communism, which is an anti-capitalist theory that tells people to focus more on the interests of the workers and their benefits and the redistribution of wealth and economic resources. And so Lenin at the time was excessively concerned with the abolishment of capitalist newspapers, and he wanted to abolish the idea of having one ruling party at the top that controlled everyone for its sole interest. And it's also extremely important to note that at this period in time being, Joseph Stalin was concerned with excessively promoting the idea of the new Soviet man, which was firstly introduced by him. And the idea or the main aim of this concept was to transform a society that had diverse cultures, ethnicities, and linguistics into one unified Soviet unit. And people of this society, the Soviet man, had to have certain characteristics like being a hard worker and educated, being a collectivist and extremely patriotic and loyal. Some countries that applied these theories were like Germany by Hitler and Italy by Mussolini, and it wasn't that they only controlled it through the press, but they also controlled it through movies, they controlled it through theater and books, as well as music sometimes. And so to sum up, the government mainly controlled the media, and it was kind of an extension to the authoritarian theory, and some people actually say that it was more strict and more controlled and censored than the authoritarian theory, and there was absolute no freedom or private ownership of the press.
According to the political scientist Theodor Vestal, an authoritarian media theory might affect a whole political regime due to its lack of responsiveness to public and elite demands. First, they see the population as an easy target to manipulate and less intelligent than them. People's freedom of speech and expression are taken away from them. And finally, officials in this regime only uses media for their own benefits, which could lead to the collapse of a whole regime. When it comes to libertarian media theory, the only weakness is that media could challenge the security of the state, and its power might be misused to affect other people's privacy and dignity. When it comes to the Soviet Union media theory, one of the weaknesses is that it was used to control and manipulate the working class, neglecting all other needs and aspects in the society. Finally, the social responsibility theory, and one of its weaknesses is that it's based on norms and morals. However, it's difficult to determine who sets clear principles and standards.